The Enchanted Dollhouse. Tessie Wrenford was no ordinary child. With untamed curls that bounced as wildly as her imagination, she believed every mystery was just waiting for her to solve. She was overconfident, that's true, but it was only because she was endlessly curious. One rainy afternoon, while rummaging through her grandmother's attic, Tessie found something wondrous. A Victorian dollhouse covered in lace-like dust. Its tiny windows seemed to shimmer, as if lit from within. She leaned in for a closer look, and before she knew it, whoosh, she was pulled inside. The dollhouse wasn't small anymore. It was a real, towering house with a creaking wooden floor and velvet wallpaper that glowed as if alive. Each corner felt ancient and enchanted, filled with secrets waiting to be untangled. Tessie straightened her posture. Adventure called, and she was ready. "Eep! Watch your step!" squeaked a jittery wooden mouse with painted-on whiskers. "I'm Pip Dander." He bowed so fast he nearly toppled over. "And this house likes to play tricks. Each room has a lesson, you see? You'll need courage if you want to leave." Tessie puffed up her chest. "Courage? I've got plenty of that." "Ah," he replied with a shiver, "but this place, it changes you. If you stay too long, it reshapes you forever." Tessie gulped, feeling a flutter of fear, but also excitement. She nodded and followed Pip into the first of many strange and magical rooms. Tessie and Pip journeyed through the house, starting in the Parlour of Echoes. The room repeated Tessie's words in whispers, growing louder with each step. It seemed to make fun of her boldness until she learned to listen instead of boast. In the library of blocked shelves, books were high above her reach. Tessie wanted to climb, but Pip suggested teamwork. So she lifted him, and he nudged the right book down. His tiny paws trembled, but he smiled, proud of his part. Tessie realized bravery wasn't always loud or boastful. They moved on to the sewing room, where threads floated like playful snakes, daring Tessie to weave something kind. She didn't shout or stomp. Instead, she helped the threads find their pattern. In the clock hole, time stretched and shrank, testing Tessie's patience. She stayed calm even when the clocks laughed at her hurrying footsteps. In the mirror chamber, she faced her own reflection, big, bold, and unsure. It cracked into many pieces, gently revealing her truest self. Room by room, they learned different kinds of courage: kindness, patience, honesty, and faith in others. One night, after a long journey, the porcelain queen appeared. She glided across the floor, her glassy crown chiming softly. "You've done well," she said, voice like a music box. "But the house is mine. To leave, you must solve one last puzzle." She showed them a cracked teacup, its handle shaped like a heart. "One final wish it grants if shared, but only if you choose well." Tessie held the cup, thinking of her escape. She wanted to go home, but she looked at Pip, tired, trembling, and still hopeful. She knelt and placed the cup between them. "You drink first," she whispered. "I won't leave you behind." The porcelain queen's smile softened. The house began to quiet. They had passed the final test. True bravery meant helping others, not just yourself. The teacup glowed like dawn itself, and a gentle wind lifted them both off the floor. Tessie's heart felt full, stronger and kinder than ever before. The dollhouse glimmered. The walls faded into moonlight. Pip waved with a wooden paw. "You've got the heart of a hero, Tessie." "I'll never forget you," she said, choking back tears. Tessie felt the world spin, and then she was back in the dusty attic. The dollhouse was small again, silent. But Tessie wasn't the same. She held her curls and listened to the world with newly gentle ears. The adventure had taught her that courage wasn't about being the loudest or the boldest. It was about doing what's right, even when you're scared. She smiled, tucked the cracked teacup into her pocket, and whispered, "Thank you, Pip." The attic seemed to hum with quiet magic, as if promising more adventures to come.